Hello, Sagittarius. It's Haley with Tarot from Beyond, here to provide you with your September 8th through 15th, 2018 reading. I hope that you guys have been hopeful, because that is the word that I'm getting for you as Sagittarius, hopeful. I sense that you guys are very hopeful for the future. Hopeful that everything that you've done in the past to get through the challenges and the tests that you've been faced with, that everything will turn out exactly the way that they ought to. Hopeful. You guys are hopeful. I sense that energy. So let's talk about what it is that you are hopeful about. Let's talk about what you've experienced. And let's talk about what the universe has in store for you. If you believe that the universe is really there for your benefit, okay? Let's see how hopeful you guys really are. Because if you're really hopeful, then that means that you know that the universe has some things in store for you. No matter what truths come out in this reading, you know that you'll be able to go ahead and accept it and say it's all good. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, you're hopeful for a positive outcome. And for those of you who have been virtuous, for those of you who have not premeditated using people and doing things of that nature, and you're a genuine individual, I promise you, you have a good reason to be hopeful, because new beginnings are in everybody's favor who has ever had virtue and who has ever long suffered to acquire the love, that vibration of love that is being adhered to now by the universe. The universe knows those of you who have long suffered with people, by loving people who won't love you back, by giving to people who don't give back. You guys are hopeful that things are getting ready to turn around. That's what I'm getting from you, Sagittarius. You guys are hopeful. So let's talk about it. The Hierophant, the Five of Swords, what's new? We're all going through that, and I'll explain that. The Ace of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, Sagittarius, what I'm seeing is love is definitely on your mind. Let me turn this so you can see all of the cards. There we go. That way you can see the, using this tripod, give me a moment. All right, you can see all of the cards this way, Sagittarius. Okay, look. You're hopeful with regards to love. All of these cup cards are telling me that love is on your mind, okay? However, a lot of you have invested in relationships that are nothing but a fantasy. Nothing but a fantasy. You thinking that certain people are going to change, it's been nothing but a fantasy. I just adopted a new cat, and it's got my eyes itching, it's got my nose stuffed up and everything else. But I've had new cats before, and what they do is they create that allergic reaction in the beginning, but after a while, it goes away. So if I sound a little nasally, that's because this cat, which he's so sweet, he's so amazing. I'm just so glad that I got this little lover in our house right now. But I'm going to let you know that you're hopeful. You know, what I see that you're hopeful for is you're hopeful that you'll actually be able to be in a relationship with somebody that actually loves you back the way that you love them, because the person that you may be with currently is nothing but a fantasy. You're juggling, feeling depressed. That's what the Four of Cups represents, depression. You're juggling depression and hoping and being hopeful and fantasizing that this person is going to be what you had hoped that they would be. But what you're seeing in them is this Five of Swords energy. The mind games, the mind games, and you don't want to play these games anymore, and you're walking away from them. So you're saying, I'm depressed because this person is not reciprocating the love that I'm giving them, and you're starting to realize it's just a fantasy that this person is going to commit to me the way that I've committed to them. But see, the universe is offering you this Ace of Cups and saying, if you want real love, no problem. We'll give you real love, but first you're going to have to get rid of all this right here. You're going to have to get rid of all this, wanting to commit to this person who's clearly showing you who they are. They're showing you that they like to play mind games with you. They love to get a reaction out of you. This card represents change. The number 5 on top represents change. When you change your mind about continuing to play these mind games with this person loves to steal things from your mind, loves to play games with your mind. And there are many times that you've walked away from this person like, dude, why do you hurt me like this? Why do you play these mind games? I'm giving you the best that I got, but here you are playing these mind games, and you're starting to realize this week, you're going to realize that thinking that this person is actually going to love you back the way that you love them, commit to you the way that you've committed to them, is just a fantasy. You were hopeful that this person would have reciprocated the love that you have given them. You juggled this for a long time, but it only led to depression. And see, this depression has deprived you of you filling up your cup for yourself and for those around you who need you. See, we have to stop playing this card. We have to start downplaying. Stop downplaying this card. This card is such an important card. Because when we get into relationships with other people and they break our hearts and they turn around and bite you with venom, I'm telling you, it does become depressing. Because then it makes you wonder what your value is. Well, don't do that, because your value is everything and more. It's just that they don't realize the value in themselves. And if they don't value the value in themselves, they certainly can't value your value. They don't even know how to recognize anything valuable. Which is why they're getting ready to lose a wonderful person, which is you, Saggy. You wanted to make a commitment to somebody that was just a fantasy. This person has nothing to offer you but mind games, and you know who these people are. If this is resonating with you so far, you know that whom it is that you have been dealing with and juggling your feelings with has been doing nothing but playing mind games with you, and you've been wanting to walk away from them a lot more than you've been wanting to walk toward them. And now let's see what's happening. Now let's see, where are you at? You're like, wait a minute, this has to end. Because something new has to be out there that's better than this. Something has to end in order for something to begin. See, once you get this person out your hair, it will give you the opportunity to go within yourself and say, you know what? What is it that I like and what is it that I don't like? What is it that I'm going to accept and love and what is it that I'm not going to accept and love? What is it that, that I'm doing to attract these types of people? Why is it that I allow myself to sit at the loser's table and think I'm going to win? Because this person does nothing but make me lose. They make me lose. I don't gain a thing, but nothing but mental conflict and nothing but depression by dealing with this person. This person doesn't do anything but play games with my heart, play games with my mind, but the universe is like, oh, but I got somebody better for you, baby. But you got to get rid of this first. You can't live in yesterday with this person. In order to get to your tomorrow, you have to be in the present before you can get to the future. So when you let this person go, once you realize how many games they've been playing, I'm going to tell you right now, when you get rid of that person and when you're able to let yourself be healed of this situation, release them. Release them. Release them. Once you release them, then I'm telling you, this is going to fall right out the hands of heaven into your lap. You're going to get the person you deserve. I'm talking to the Sagittarius who go into relationships with virtue. People who go into relationships without an agenda. People who don't sit here and cheat on other people and lie to them and do all that crap that comes with, relationships. Give me just a moment. I have to get my charger. I'll be right back. Okay, so hopeful is what you were. You were hopeful that this person would be what you had hoped that they would be. But they do nothing but play games, and you know it. And they frustrate you, and they actually lead you to depression. That's what they lead you to. Nothing but depression. They depress you. You're depressed because of them. Because you've been in a relationship with somebody who just will not be happy no matter what the hell you do. I mean, you could become the president of the United States and this person will still have a problem with the way that you perform. This person will always have something negative to say about what you're doing. You can never do anything good enough that's worthy of them. Well, who the hell are they? Ask yourself, what have they done that is so amazing that keeps you hooked to them? Exactly, nothing. So why are you here? Why are you here with this person? This person has nothing to offer you. You know that. So give yourself a chance at some real love, because that's what the universe is offering you. Some real love from somebody who really ain't gonna do the things that this person is doing to you. You guys were hopeful that a relationship that was a dead tree, that some real live things could grow on it. It's a dead tree. And you don't, and a lot of you are having a hard time accepting it. But now it's time for you to look at yourself on the inside and say, by being in this relationship with this person, what is it bringing out in me? Is it bringing out the best in me, or is it bringing out the worst in me? Once you do that, look at you pulling aces on top of aces. So your new beginning is going to come with new love, a new thought process. Get excited, Saggies, because this new moon did not come for anything. That retrograde was the opportunity for us to go back and say to ourselves, who is it in our lives that's really very destructive? In many different forms, toward me, toward my children, toward everything that I've got going. Everything that I got going, all of the success that I could be having is being affected by this negative person. I mean, this person is bringing out the most negative feelings in me that I'm unable to identify. And I can't do anything but sit up against this tree. And I'm not even able to identify my own love for my own self. And I'm at a point where I feel like I can't even fill my own cup, let alone the cups of those around me who need me. And this tells me that whom I'm talking to likely has children. Children who are being put on the back burner because you are so busy sitting here trying to make a relationship work. That ain't gonna work. It's not going to work because this person does not share the same objectives that you have. They bring out nothing in you but depression. So now you know what to do. Get on your horse, get on it, and get the hell away from this person. Because this person will depress you to no end as long as you allow yourself to be in this situation. As a matter of fact, I see both of your energies in that one card. This person comes in and out of the house whenever the hell they want to. Now, what do you think they're doing when they do that? Exactly what you think they're doing. They have no virtue. They don't have the same qualities that you have. They don't have the same agendas that you have. They don't have the same, things in life that you want. You guys don't share anything in common. Nothing in common. You loving this person for the wrong reasons. And when you learn how to love people for the right reasons, you'll get the right results. Okay, I don't know whatever it was that attracted you to this person, but this person comes in and out, in and out, in and out whenever they want to. And it leaves you feeling alone. It leaves you feeling very depressed. And you're juggling trying to hold on to this person and juggling trying to think that this person is going to give you something that they're incapable of giving you. They simply don't have the knowledge to give it to you. And if they do have the knowledge, they have chosen not to use it for you. And the only reason why they're still around is because that light that you have within is something that they need in order for them to make any moves. They can't make any moves without you. They like to bring up your past. And it affects your happy family. They love to bring up your past and your past mistakes. That's what they thrive off of. That's how they play mind games with you. They want to make you think they have leverage over you when you actually put your foot down and you actually get them out of your life, not only spiritually, not only literally, but legally, on paper. That's why this Hierophant popped up. Okay, this Hierophant represents contracts. It represents legalities. It represents, a divorce. It represents a cutting off in this particular situation, something that needs to end in order for something to begin. I feel a lot of you have been trying to make something work for a long time. You were hopeful that the relationship would work, but the relationship never worked. The relationship only led you to pure depression. And the fact that they come and go whenever they please, it just breaks your heart because you're like, wait a minute, why do you do that instead of stay here with me and the children so that we can work on our family? Because this person has other things going on outside of the home. That's why. And they love to bring up your past so that you're right there so that they can have their cake and eat it too. But you're going to put your foot down and say, you know what? I'm no longer hopeful for you. I'm hopeful for me and my children. And when you let that burden down associated with being in this relationship with this person that brings out nothing in you but depression, pure depression, I'm going to tell you right now, the heavens are going to open up and all these new beginnings that are right here, they're going to fall right into your lap. And you're going to know exactly what steps to take once you release this person from your heart. Release this person from your mind. Release them. When I say release them, let it go. Accept the fact that they are who they are. Accept the fact that they behave the way they behave. Accept the fact that their priorities are not in the home as they should be, but they're outside of the home, and then they use your past as leverage to make you think that they have power. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, go ahead, fill out that legal paperwork to end the relationship, because you know that if you keep on letting this person depress you like this, there will be nothing left. You won't even have the energy to go to court when it's time to go to court to get rid of this person. Now, don't let yourself get to that place because you're not there yet. Stop being hopeful for a relationship that is not going to bear any fruit. It's a dead tree that needs to be cut from the root, thrown away, and replanted with something on more fertile grounds that will provide you with something that will bear fruit, that will give you that happy family that you are looking for. Because you have to understand, when mommy's not happy, the kids are not happy. When daddy's not happy, the kids are not happy. So whether I'm talking to a male or a female, understand, make a move. Make a move, because this person, I can tell, is psychologically and emotionally abusive. And see, a lot of times courts don't see that as something that's as important as being punched in the face. Because it is. When you are psychologically abused on a regular basis, it's just as bad as being punched in the face every day. And you have to be the one to take the initiative to say, I'm not going to let you punch me in my face every day with the things that you do. Yep, this person gets around. They are very selfish. They put their needs ahead of others all the time. I keep wiping my nose because this cat, I'm sorry, but listen. This person puts their needs ahead of yours and the children's all of the time. And they wear masks in front of whomever they need to wear certain masks around in order for them to get what they want at their convenience. That's exactly what they do. And you know it if this is resonating with you. But see, anybody who has to use those types of tactics, I'm going to tell you right now, they don't have a leg to stand on. So to go take your ass to that courthouse and go handle your business. Go pull the paperwork that you need to pull to get this person out of your life. Because you know what? Anybody that's psychologically abusive and likes to play these types of games, I'm telling you right now, there are attorneys, low-cost attorneys, that will be more than happy to help you get out of this situation. They've seen it 1,000 times before, and they know exactly what to do to help release you from this situation. But before you are able to be released in the literal carnal form, you must take yourself to the courthouse and pull that carnal paperwork. Spirit will do the rest. Your heart's broken. Your heart is very much broken. And you know exactly what they're doing when they're running in and out the door. You see those 3 swords? You know what they're doing. You see the 3 swords? We know that 3 is a crowd in a family, right? There should be only 2 people. However, there are more than 2 people. There are more than 2 people involved. That's where they're coming. That's why they come and go whenever they want to. And you don't have time to sit here and babysit a grown individual with a child's mentality who doesn't understand how important the children are and how important you are. See, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people like the idea of having a family, but they don't like the idea of actually having to do what they need to do in order to maintain having a family. They like to walk around and say, oh yes, I got a woman or a man and these children and da-da-da, and they play the role like they are very wonderful parents. However, you know how this person really is in the home. Completely emotionally unavailable, completely psychologically abusive whenever you actually stand up to them and let them know, no, I am no longer going to let you do things this way in the house. And then as soon as you step up to them, let's see what happens. They come at you with that, but I love you, baby. Oh, don't think that. Oh, don't think I'm doing this and don't think I'm doing that. We are the 2 of Cups. Oh, we are 2 birds of a feather that flock together. And you're like, no, we're not, because I'm depressed. You're happy, but I'm depressed. Why are you happy and I'm depressed? You're happy because you out there eating your cake. You're having your cake and you're eating it too. Well, I'm over here being the responsible one, taking care of the home, and then you like to bring up any mistakes that I've made in the past as leverage so that you can sit here and look like you have a happy family. Well, guess what? You're about to lose your happy family because you're psychologically abusive toward me and my children. This information for a lot of you has made you happy because it's giving you the validation that you've been looking for based on the way that you've been feeling in the relationship. You know now what to do. That was your messenger of work. And you have reached the point of being tired as hell of being in this situation. And that's good because that's going to be the catalyst to make you move forward. That's going to be the catalyst that makes you say no more. I'm tired of being in this situation with you. You had the opportunity to have a beautiful family, but you obviously didn't want it bad enough. And as a result, then don't have it. I'm going to have it, and you can go ahead and continue with your rendezvous. I hope you keep a constant supply of STD medication, because that's what you're going to need. And I'm more than grateful for the fact that you haven't given me a damn thing, because the universe has been protecting your body against this person, because this card is the adultery card, period. They take what they think is valuable around the corner and away from the town where they cannot be seen and go do whatever they want to do with what they think is theirs, which is some little scallywag on a low vibration that they have to be around to make themselves feel better and stronger. Because they know that you're depressed because you're not happy with them, which emasculates them, whether they are female or male. And whenever you emasculate the person that you're with because you're not pleased by them, and they know that you're not pleased by them, they have to go find somebody that they can please, somebody who's desperate, and for somebody who has not worked on their spirituality one bit, so that they look at this person that you're with as though they are the king of amazingness, when you know that this person is far from it. But they have to go kick it with somebody behind a dumpster in order to make themselves feel as though they are valuable. And the funny part is that usually when that happens, the person behind the dumpster doesn't even call them back. Then they come back home with more bullshit, and they come back home with more desperation and more, frustration, and they take it out on you because every move that they make turns to dust. And anything that you help them with allows them to thrive. And they know that. And when you get ready to take that away from them, they're going to nut up. They're going to start acting crazy because they know that once you say bye-bye, I'm not going to let you break my heart no more, they're going to start nutting up. Now understand, everybody has their polar opposite. That's what that black and white means. We all have our polar opposites. We have the potential to behave as wonderfully as we can, and we have the potential to show somebody, you know what? You deserve the worst in me now. But you're being told to be focused and self-disciplined with regards to your polar opposite side. Don't even give this person the time of day. Go ahead and file the paperwork that you need to file, and let this person go ahead and be confronted by a judge based on their behavior. Get you a public attorney if you can't afford a private one, and they have seen this situation 1,000 times over, and they know exactly what to do to get this abusive person as far away from you and your children as possible, so that your children don't adopt those funky ass habits that they want to impose on them, which probably many of you have already, seen qualities in your children that this person has inflicted on your children. And I'm going to tell you right now, the universe doesn't like that type of crap at all. Parents have a very important job to perform with their children, to teach them how to be virtuous and honest people. But how can you teach them how to be virtuous and honest when you're not virtuous and honest? So now you're carrying the Queen of Wands energy. Then you're going to get to a point where you're like, oh, I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to show you how this works. And fate is on my side because I've been doing things the right way. You've been doing things the incorrect way. And not only that, I'm powerful and I'm resourceful. Don't forget about that. And I know how to get on my horse and love myself and my children. You are no longer included in this love. You're going to be left behind, and I'm going to move forward. So in closing you out, Sagittarius, build on what it is that you want to build on. This also confirms third-party situations as well, okay? This person works with other people, deals with other people outside of your knowledge. But it also talks about you as well. This card is telling me that you have the potential, you really do, to own your own business or to work with other people toward your own development, toward whatever it is that you want to do in your life. You don't have to depend on this person for a penny. You will be able to put the work into your home the way that you want to, so that you and your children have everything they need. Because, honey, you carry the Queen of Cups energy. You are the one with love. You are the one who knows how to love people without judgment. And if you think that the universe does not feel that vibration and is not coming to your rescue, you're wrong. And I want to let you know before we end, in comparison, this is this person and this is who you are. Look. You think like an adult. They think like a child. They think like a teenager. Two completely different things. Now, why would you want to be in a relationship with somebody who acts and thinks like a teenager rather than an adult? That's exactly what you're dealing with, which is why it's so depressing that you're in the situation that you're in. You were hopeful that this relationship would work, but now you know that it won't. This person is tiring you out, depressing the hell out of you, and making you feel as though you are unable to move forward properly because you're so exhausted trying to work on something that will never manifest into something positive. So if this resonated with any of you Sagittarius, I ask that you hit like and subscribe. And if you'd like to go into your personal cards and into your personal issues, my website is embedded in the description area. And you can take a look at my services and we can go through your personal cards and I can answer your questions with regards to what questions you have regarding what steps to take to rid yourself of this situation. With that being said, Saggies, think about what Spirit just told you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. And namaste.